Spectre Sensei here for a brand new type of BatRep, which I want to introduce you. This is the only time you're going to see any of the Spectres speaking in front of one of these type of BatReps. What we're going to be doing is a narrative BatRep. And the difference between some of our other BatReps that we have done is the fact that you are not going to be introduced to the army in terms of the composition or the unit sizes or anything really that much. I will let you know that this is an Imperial Guard versus Tyranids. It's about 3,000 points for each side, using standard missions. I'm not really going to go over to a lot of those things. We're going to use them in a very descriptive way. We're going to do a lot of voiceover. It's a lot of still shots, not really a whole lot of the motion that you've been seeing from Spectre Studio before. So we hope you really kind of enjoyed this. It's something different. And if you do like this, comment below and let us know that we're on the right track. And this could be a little bit lengthy as well, so make sure you follow in all the parts. And let's get right into the story.
Out in the Imperial Sector, Sector DC-9, lies an ice planet known as Phoenix. It is a deserted Imperial colony. There are a shrine that homes the names to those of the lost Imperial Guard regiment of Tantris, as well as some of the 4th Company of the Lamentors. There is life force detected on the planet, a high signature resolution, but there has been no contact, no activity, nothing to destroy this. Colonel Drake Frost, I want you to go in with the 700th and 500th platoon to find out what is happening on this planet. Yes, Lord Commissar Archer, I will find out what is happening. Let's go, men. If there's anything on this planet, they will feel the wrath of the Spectre Legion.
As the Spectre Legion force deploys and begins to search the area, it appears it has awakened a Tyranid hive swarm. A swarm associated with a hive fleet known as Hive Fleet Raid, a deadly faction that has terrorized the sectors in the Outer Rim for generations. They have become a very efficient, deadly killing force, quickly adapting, learning from their enemy, and becoming a very big threat to humankind. The Spectre Legion forces begin to form their battle lines. The platoons of the 700, as well as support by the 500, prepare to engage, scouts infiltrating ahead, the Leman Russes roaring in positions. But that does never deter Hive Fleet Wraith. Their minions, their creatures, pushing forward, seeking to engage as quickly as possible, as Turbogons spawn new creatures into the fray. More and more Termagants are generated. The battle's first shots are fired as the Tyranifex launches its ammunition into the enemy. Eerie, psychic powers of the Tyranid enveloping lines. The first of the men to fall are the Ratlings, the Biscuit Boys. Not all are killed, and they quickly rally behind the hill, seeking a better position away from the enemy. The Leman Russes move into position. The heavy weapon teams begin to fire into the enemy lines. Early parts of the swarm begin to fall. The Spectre Legion continues to pound the Tyranid lines, but it has not stopped their advance. The fearless creatures the Tyranids continue to push forward, trying to close the ground. The veteran Red Devil Chimera explodes, deploying its occupants, and the Zoanthropes continue their psychic screams into the enemy. The Lions are threatened, the Hormagaunts have gotten close, but reinforcements arrive. The platoon of the 500, Red Rockers, quickly close the line to help. Spectre Legion tries to close the gap in a pincer move. Sentinels, desperate to try to kill the Hive Mind. The Hive Tyrant do nothing, as does the Penal Legion, sent on reconnaissance. The 500 pour into the Hormagaunts, shredding every single one of them. The Lions seem to be secure. The other group of Hormagaunts feel the wrath of the 700. Spectre Legion begins to hammer into the lines of the Tyranids. Their casualties are mounting. Yet they are fearless. The advance continues. The Tyranid, with the help of the Ripper Storms, protects its flanks, and then the Hive Tyrant lands upon the bridge to threaten the 500. The Tyranid shooting, as random as their forces, seem to do little in the damage. Spectre Legion knows that mostly will come from the close combat, yet the Zoanthrope's psychic power continues to harm those of the Red Devils. And they quickly push, desperate to get into the lines of this Spectre Legion. The Penal Legion falls to those of the Termagants in the back lines, desperate to try to stop any assault, but the Tyranids are able to engage. The Hive Tyrant pushes in and attacks the 500. The last of the Hormagaunts.
Get him in!
Close ground but are defeated. The other Hive Tyrant finds the other squads of the 500. They're lost. Punisher tanks arrive, as well as more legions to outflank from the Penal Legionnaires. The Tyranid is wounded. More injuries to the Tyranid, but it has not fallen. Desperate to try to stop any more advance, Spectre Legion continues to fire everything into what they have. Finally, one of the Zoanthrope is destroyed. The other is wounded. And finally, with more fire coming from all sorts around, the last of the Zoanthropes is destroyed. The lumbering Carnifexes take on more fire. Let's try to destroy the Hive Tyrants with rust fires.
Get out of here! Retreat!
500 is no match. The Hive Tyrant shreds them and chases them away. The right flank of the Spectre Legion is crumbling. The Sentinels are being destroyed. Carnifexes advance. The Tyranid Hive fleet continues to advance. Red's command squad is wounded. Tyranid damages one of the Punishers. Varagon destroys the last of the Scout Sentinels. And and the Hive Tyrant brings down one of the Punishers. The Carnifex advance in the lines. The 700 cannot hold. The second Hive Tyrant brings down the other Leaning Rust battle tank. The 700 lines are crumbling. The Carnifexes are there. Okay, men! We draw the line here! We stop them here! Colonel Drake commands the men to make a stand. I say there, Red Devils! Bring down that flying monstrosity! Bring it down! The Red Devils, with the help of the Leaning Rust Punisher, destroy the Hive Tyrant. The armored sentinels that have arrived destroy the Venom Thorpe. Perhaps there is hope. The young conscripts, the Black Shields, continue to pound into the Carnifexes. Drake, leading by example, helped bring down one of the Carnifexes. But all the other shooting seems to do little to the last Carnifex. Drake's Dragoons bring down the last Hive Tyrant. Perhaps there is indeed a chance. Only the Taveragon's synapse remains. The lines of the Termagants begin to lurk, confused at how they should attack. But behind the Termagants, few of the other Tyranid forces begin to push forward. The wounded Tyranifex again damages the Punisher. Although lurking, they begin to still fight, hitting the lines of the Penal Legionnaires. The Taveragon destroys the remnants of the last Sentinels. Their flanks are now safe. Raveners, having arrived from their holes, push into the 700, slaughtering many of them. Men, we cannot let that monstrosity pass us on the bridge! Stop it now! We will stop it now! Punisher destroys the last of the Termagants. Red Devils, we have brought down one monstrosity! We have one more to take down! Full fire on plasma! Full fire! The Red Devils show their heroism, and the Tyranifex is destroyed. The Black Shield begins to help. The Venom Thorpe is destroyed. The last cover is gone. The Ravener is wounded. And the Legionnaires try to assault the back lines. The Carnifex destroys many of the squad of the 700. The platoon has been shattered. Red is wounded from the Termagants, taking him out of the action. The Raveners wounds Drake's command squad. Many dying to protect him, and then they assault him. Drake fighting, desperate, but he is brought down. Alexander and his Red Devils pounding the right flanks of the Tyranids. And the Carnifex continues to crush the left line. The heavy weapon team finally destroys the large lumbering beast. The Penal Legion continues to shoot in. The Punisher clears out the woods of Termagants. Sergeant Alexander continuing to destroy the Ripper Swarm with the help of the armored sentinels. Only the Taveragon remains on the right flank. Still another on the left, pushing the Raveners into the lines. And advances and destroys one of the armored sentinels. The Raveners rush at the Black Shield. The young ones, scared, retreat. It's over.
Colonel Drake, are you okay? Yes, Sergeant Arlington. The wound is severe, but I have taken wounds in the past. Our situation here is lost. Call the men. We must retreat.